Life as a stage. Life is but a theater. We have our own stage. As each moment starts, we turn a new page. Some will be given lines for the script, while others choose their part to portray. One's role might have been to play as a father. For another, it seems to play as a child. For others, it is to guide as a father, with knowledge and training for a while. We often make much of our differences. It drives us to feel far and apart, while mentors remind us of our essences, bind us together as they touch our heart. Take warning, life isn't a dress rehearsal. You definitely have to know your part. For what is the spoken, there is no reversal. Your truest voice is one from the heart. Choosing a mask may fool the audience. Beware, in the end, you lose your conscience. Let your expression be true to your voice. The light of the heart reflects in your choice. Crafted the villain may lead to disaster, the hero to face and force him to master. And though we may loathe the heart of the villain, our stories be bland, so empty without him. We're actors in this game of life. Without script, you ought to improvise. 'Tis best to remember we're all on this page. Life is a theater. We share the same stage. Ian Jay Bantilan. I have specially composed this poem. It speaks about the roles we play in the theater of life. Today I will be discussing archetypes and how they evolve from the tribal roles. 1 millennium ago, our world consists of isolated human tribes collecting resources from their environments. Each tribe only interacts with the fringes of its boundaries. While these boundaries intersect, trade, cooperation, or conflicts arise. Today it is no longer so. We stand in an age of interconnectedness. Our communities and villages are meshed together into one global ecosystem. In fact, people on the other side of the globe are merely 4 Facebook friends away from any person, provided they have a Facebook account. In this ecosystem of modern states and world trade, several players form nodes in these interactions. These ecosystems of global networks form what we call complex systems. Complex systems are systems whose behavior is difficult to predict because of complicated interactions between their parts or their environments. This can be due to inherent dependencies, competitions, or relationships. It is difficult to extract abstract principles to understand these interactions. For this reason, it is better to understand through simple relationships. This we can find in primitive societies. Primitive societies are a simple abstraction of the relationships and patterns of modern communities. French anthropologist Claude Lévi-Strauss stated that the savage mind had the same structures as the civilized mind. He further noted that social characteristics are the same for all humans, modern or primitive. I have examined the relationship structures as the basis for extracting the patterns for the tribal roles. Although primal societies have less intricate interactions than modern society, it remains a complex system. Nevertheless, primitive societies provide a rich environment to study relationships and basic patterns. Roles play a crucial part in these relationship patterns. Roles are the set of behaviors rights, and obligations expected by a group of people from a person in a given community. 4 factors affect a person's role in tribe: gender, authority, resources, and social status. Gender roles are one of the most powerful factors in deciding a person's role in primitive society. Cultural expectations for men and women determine their roles. Many cultures have strong expectations of male leadership. Gender roles combine with a person's age to predict how a tribe responds to a person. The most evident gender roles are mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. Authority in a tribal role is influenced by a combination of physical factors and dominance. Dominance hierarchy is a structure that emerges when people in social groups interact, creating a ranking system. At the top of this hierarchy is the alpha male. In Papua New Guinea and the Melanesian Islands, people select the big man as their political leader. Alpha males use threats of punishment and persuasion towards the tribe to maintain their authority. Relative wealth is another source of influence in a tribal society. Having herds of cattle, stocks of grain, or male servants increases a person's standing in the tribe. Social status is the median aggregate of a person's influence in a tribe. Other factors that increases one's social status is social connections and networks. An elder commands respect more than a youth. An elder male has stronger chance of holding power than an elder female. Friendship and direct connection with an authority figure also increases one's social status. These are the 7 tribal roles and their function. First, the father tribal role. Not all fathers in a tribe fit into the father tribal role. The basic condition of this role is that of a father with a pregnant wife or a father with a newborn. Certain conditions could also produce a similar temperament as this role, such as being a minority voice in a tribe. A previous but failed challenge to the chief's authority can force one to be in the father role. Another is that of a recently deposed chief. Second, the child tribal role. Again, not all children in the tribe fit into the child tribal role. The basic pattern of this role is acceptance of authority and instruction. They have strong loyalty to their leaders. Another condition is their inability to challenge authority. This may be out of fear or from a consistent habit. Married women in strong paternal cultures fit into this role. Other people that fit into this role are servants and slaves. Third, the priest tribal role. The priest tribal role corresponds to people with intermediate authority based on position. Their function is to curate the flow of knowledge and tradition into the tribe. They steward and instruct the tribal roles of the child, the young men, and the young women. They exert influence over matters of health and spirituality in the tribe. Fourth, the elder tribal role. The elders of the tribe act like social bonds that attach and link the different tribal roles together. They function in different levels of hierarchy in the tribe. Unlike the priest tribal role, their status comes from their connections and influence, not from their position. Because of this, their position is more stable. A different aspect of the elder is a person who has key influences in other tribes. Due to this ability, other members and oftentimes the chief recognizes their value. Cultures with histories of female leadership can also include elders in this role. Fifth, the young men tribal role. The young men of the tribe have one of the most diverse functions. This function depends solely on the environment where the tribe resides. For a desert environment, the young men function as protectors and herders. In an agricultural-based tribe, they are valued as strong workmen. For hunter tribes, they are the mid-level hunters. Although strong and able-bodied, they require the supervision of the older experienced hunters. Sixth, the chief tribal role. This role corresponds with the core authority groups of the tribe. Not all leaders are in this role. Some people identified in this category relate more to the elder role. The chief tribal role resonates to leaders who have full support or submission of the tribe. Of course, some challenges would come from the other roles. Often, leadership in a tribe comes in cycles of waxing and waning authority. This affects the dynamics of the tribal functions. One condition that I define this group is a growing kind of central authority. 7. The young women tribal role. This role corresponds with the young women of the tribe. Their function is to provide the labor force for the tribe, similar to that of the child and the young men. Together, they follow instructions from the chief and the elder. One distinction lies in the fact that unlike the others, they do not subscribe full submission to direct authority. Due to this unique situation, they have some aspect of freedom and work on their own volition. The tribal village is a microcosm of the different relationships that are present in human societies. The simple relationships present in tribes have similar patterns contained in modern societies. Questions for reflection. What level of authority do you have in your organization? Does your gender enhance or diminish your perceived authority? Does your national or local culture allow females into dominant leadership roles? How does this influence the decision-making in your organization? This video is part 1 of 2 videos. Hi friends, this is my channel, The Sevens of Perfection. In this channel, I discuss my reflections on the 7 personalities. If you have some comments, questions, or suggestions, I will be happy to answer them in my Facebook group, The Sevens of Perfection. My name is Ian Jay Bantilan, and this video continues in the link shown.